All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into another morning pre-market analysis, a little prep. If you're new here, here's what we do. In the morning, we come in, we outline levels, see what New York session did, or see what London session did, see what Asian session did, see the interaction between those sessions, and then see what we can do going into the New York session. So let's get into it. I'm going to get a drink of water, and then we'll outline some of these levels. People inside Discord already got those levels, but you guys are... Y'all are up next. So right now, currently, we'll start with this 5-minute, honestly, with 5/15. Initially overnight, we had that nice solid pullback, right? Came back right into this 12-hour level at 25.326 and saw a solid bounce right there. See the VIX heating up right there, right? As prices coming into these levels, that bounce on that level, and then we get that reversal straight to the upside after sweeping the Asian session low, and now London's above this Asian session high. Typically, right, during when we see that interaction between London session and the New York session, or London session and the Asian session, we're going to see an S&D day right now. But there's a but. Tuesdays typically tend to be our trend days. So this doesn't necessarily have to play out, right? This is what we're looking at right now, right here, right? Asian session consolidation, London sweep, Asian session just like sweep right there. So London or New York we're going to be looking for, but this is nothing to pride ourselves on. We do have some good liquidities to the downside, and I think a retrace would be good for some longs, right, before we continue to the downside, but we still have that previous daily high up above. So that's where we're going to go look on our higher time frame right now. Right, we swept this level overnight. That's something that we were talking about on our stream last night, if you guys tuned in. Price came into this 4-hour fair value gap as well, retested this 4-hour fair value gap. Now we're back above these previous weekly high Sunday open level, so that's something to watch out for, those levels, right? That manipulation to the downside initially, and now we're retesting those levels back up. So if you see that displacement through them, above them, there's a good chance that we're going to continue to the upside, and there's still a few liquidities up there as well, right? We can outline them. Not sure when we get to them, but they are there, right? Something to point out to y'all. Something to look out for. This sweep was solid, so let's take this one as well right there. Let's align all of our levels. Right there. So right now we're going to be watching and seeing, okay, well, we swept previous hourly high, so let's see what price does from here, because we are above those levels. So they can see a solid continuation to the upside, honestly. This was a solid, right? Held that level, no body close below it. If we close below that level, there's going to be a continuation to the downside, but we held that, retested that 4-hour inverse fair value gap. And now we have this hourly fair value gap that's kind of holding us to the downside so far. On the 4-hour, we are also inside this fair value gap right here that we rejected previously, and this daily fair value gap as well. That price kept on rejecting the other day that we couldn't close a body above. So right now, the bodies are closing above it. So there's a good chance for the continuation. Let me make sure I can hear myself well. To continue to the upside right there. So right now we're okay, perfect. I can hear myself well. You guys can kind of hear that music. All right, so yeah, so we're watching around this level, seeing what price can do from here. Right, we do have a retrace into somewhere into the OTE of this whole range. Wouldn't be bad. On the 15-minute, we were also looking at the fact that this level right there, right, if we take everything off, Control-Alt-H if you guys want to get rid of all of your indicators just to see what's going on. -2.5 lines up perfectly with that previous daily high, which is typically where we see reversals, right? So if we get there, just watch out for something to happen. Watch out what price wants to do from there. Watch out for a reaction. Right now, yeah, still a blunt candle right there on the 15-minute. So we're just kind of sitting here watching what they want to do and whether or not we're going to get a trend day on Tuesday or whether we're going to get that S&D. S&D would be nasty because this is going to be the whole range. Typically, the whole range would get cleared, right? We did have manipulation below the London session or the New York opening. New York midnight opening technically. So we'll see. I think right now it's going to be up to this 5-minute fair value gap that we're chilling at. So this 5-minute right here, it's going to be up to this level. Lines up pretty well with that previous weekly high. 15 minutes also open up right there. They flip this 4-hour, it's going to be somewhere below the right there. So we're just going to be watching, seeing what price wants to do here. Yeah, we got 15 minutes till market open. New 15-minute candle opens up here in the few seconds. In about 5 seconds, new 15-minute candle is going to open up, and we're going to see what price wants to do. From here, we got an S&P going on. So let's see. Oh, good fucking stretch. We got the... Where's my trader's hoodie that you guys can see right there? That's going to be a merch giveaway. When we get 250 viewers on these streams, we'll do some merch giveaway. We got some cool hoodies. We got some hats. Look at this. I can just cover my whole headphones right there. Boom. All right. Big hood. Very comfy. Very, very comfortable. Great hoodies. So let's see. So we're going to be watching these closing levels, seeing what price wants to do. Like I said in the Discord, I'm not taking any longs until I see this fix heating up like this, until we get some kind of OTE. Right, that's just for my own discount reasons, right? Given that we want to be buying longs and discount and buying shorts and discount shorts. And that comes from your ranges, right? You have to determine the range that you're looking at, that you're trading within, and then above 50%. So if you take like a GAN box, right, you divide it by 50, you got your discount for shorts, and you got your discount for longs. This is premium for shorts, or this is premium for longs. This is premium for shorts, right? You want to be buying a discount, whatever side you're picking. Let's see, crypto. Deep doesn't look bad. I like deep right now. Deep, this one looks good. Weekly, previous weekly low sweep, previous monthly low sweep. 4-hour CISD. This one doesn't look bad. Previous monthly low. Upside here. That's on deep. Deep doesn't, yeah, I like deep. Doesn't look too bad. There are no news today. That's another thing that we have going on. No news. So that's something price can do whatever the fuck it wants at this point. Just have to be watching it. Or Tuesday, President Trump speaks at 12. That's at 2 Eastern. 12 Colorado time. 2 Eastern. Yeah, let's see where they want to take price into the open here and how they want to set it up. Given that this hour, this was almost an outside hour, this retrace held this level right here. All right, so this is an important level right there. This 25,487, call it, right? 25,487, 25,489.50. Right there, we're going to be watching that level as well. It's going to be a nice little order block right there. Previous daily high, that's going to be an important level as well. So see what they want to do around that previous daily high, whether they want to sweep it and continue to the downside, or what they want to do. This SFP, as long as that holds, possible retrace, maybe sweep of this previous sweep into that SFP, right? Where we have to watch. We really have to watch and see what price wants to do here. 1 minute SFP holding that fair value gap, but that's the 1 minute time frame, right? So we're going to be treading lightly right now. We're going to be watching price and seeing what we can do going into this New York Open session. If you guys didn't know, fucking TradingView got a Cyber Monday deal, 80% off. I don't know what the offers are. I didn't look, but I'm sure they're great, right? As always. Stonks, as you remember from the outlines yesterday, CLX. We're looking at CLX. We're looking at low for possible continuation. Upstart, XYZ, shows you pre-market 64. This one's a little up. Rivian, what's Rivian up on the pre-market? Rivian is going to open up with a little bit of a gap up. That's nice. Let's see, CMG, a little bit of a gap up as well. DraftKings, pre-market, everything's opening up a little higher than it closed. Let's see here. Be really watching this New York Open and see what they want to do here. As soon as we start that VIX heating up, that's when we're going to start looking for longs. For right now, I'm just kind of waiting to see, right? It is holding this fair value gap nicely, but once that displaced, right, possible retest, continuation into some of these liquidities, and then reversal back to the upside. But we really want to see the interaction between these Sunday open and that previous weekly high. Right, those are the levels that are on the main watch right now. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. What is price going to do here, realistically, right? Hourly or hour. Which what they can do typically sometimes if they bring the New York Open down, if I remember correctly, if they bring the New York Open down, they want to get people trapped into shorts, right? It's kind of like the way the market manipulates you. So if they're bringing the price down, sometimes, right, not all the time, sometimes they'll trap people. They have an aggressive move to the downside. People are going to rush into shorts, and then from there they just wick it and send it to the upside. Some to watch, or the opposite way, right? They wick it to the upside, an aggressive move, and then from there trap that liquidity, rush to the downside, and that's how that liquidity gets trapped. This is something that we're going to watch here. 15-minute, where you don't have any sort of displacement to the upside other than this fair value gap right there. 25, 485, 458 is over here. 485, where's that? 45, that's pretty much that. 4-hour open. If they get below that opening price, it's right there on the OB. And then we're going to be watching for a possible outside hour, right? And this 4-hour, if it's closing below that Sunday open, then we're going to really be watching that 4-hour and what they want to do going into the next 4-hour candle. Which right now, this 4 hours looking pretty rippy. Decent retest of those levels. Got 8 minutes till market opens up. We can also look at our volume profile, I guess. See where we're at in terms of volume. It's pretty thin levels over here, right? We got support all the way back down here. So we really want to see what price is going to do around there. Right, let's pull up the 15-minute and see what we're doing here. Yeah, pretty thin, not a lot of trading, and this is where that shelf lies. 25,402 is a good volume shelf. Price can come down to where's our point of control? Point of control at 25,401. Volume high. Volume high, right where we bounced right there. What we got going on above here? No volume above here yet. Yeah, let's see how this 15-minute closes. What they want to do with it. Switch that back to our hourly time frame. There's your CISD on that 15 minutes. So if it gets below that CISD, right, going to look for some more levels. 5-minute CISD is probably right there. Right, change of delivery. Or right below that. It's technically this level right there. Are just kind of consolidating here. Sometimes they like to consolidate it right before that market open. If you guys got any questions, make sure to pop them into chat. See what we'll answer them for you, right, to the best of our ability. See what they want to do here. New 5-minute opens up. That run blunt top, right? Something always blunt tops, blunt bottoms. Something that we want to note because those candles typically get retested, get filled back down, get filled back up. Volume imbalance over here on the 15-minute and the 5-minute as well. Something I want to mark out. I like to come down for those volume imbalances too. Through that fair value gap below that London open. 2125 rejection so far. A little chilly today. This house. Some other stocks are opening up above. Market MSTR doesn't look bad. MSTR gapping up. Octa's fucking gapped up. God dang. Just gonna be a good percent up. Oh, man. Like we said, see, RPD. What's that pre-market? Nothing in the pre-market. Target. I want to see continue shooting. Ulta 555. Gapping up. Let's see, right? As we've talked about, obviously, if we sweep a previous high, previous low, we want to be looking at the 50% of that candle to see if price either displaces that 50% for a continuation down and getting that outside candle, or we bounce on that. So we're coming into that 50% right now, right at the bottom of this fair value gap right there. So let's see how they want to play this out. If they displace this fair value gap, we're going to look for a retest. Possible sweep of that low right there. Right? That's if they displace it, close it below. All right, looking at our VIX fix right now so far. It's getting up. Typically when it's getting up, right? That's just indicating that volume and that selling pressure, buying pressure. Where we got 29, 1 minute till open. VIX fix heating up. displaced that fair value gap. Right, displaced that pretty fucking well, honestly. So let's see, new 15 hour, new 15 minutes about to open up, new 5 minutes about to open up. So if we are looking for shorts, this is what we're going to be looking for. Not the best RR there. Previous 15-minute low swept. Tap into that. Going to be up to what they want to do with this 15-minute. See if they want to sweep that previous hourly low. Okay, we got that first liquidity. We're watching right now. We're in our trade. This fair value gap needs to get cleared. Right, VIX is heating up quite well. We're watching that 15-minute, watching that 5, watching that hourly. Got our outside hour. Just what we wanted. I can trim here with that VIX heating up. Yeah, look at the way that fair value gap held, right? With the VIX heating up, fair value gap holding. Yeah. Let's see what the 1 minute's doing. 1 minute looks pretty gross. We tested that fair value gap, see if they want to cook back through it. What they're doing, yep, there's that, right back through it. Previous daily high, still a good target for us. Up above, this hourly's looking nasty. Close back through that, right? We did get a decent short on that. What do we say about those blunt candles, right? Look at that blunt candle right there. CSD, bullish CSD on the 15-minute is right there. Let's see. Well, we did get a decent trade right there. This was our, that's where we exited. So not the best RR, but so there we go. Cool. That's done. Previous daily high is now going to be the target. Watch out for that area. Doge. So swept that. Right, they can just chop us around in this range. Right now, 1 minute still looks like it wants to continue to the upside. But SFP is nice. at that, right? There's our previous daily high. Right, that -2.5, like I mentioned. Displaced right through that fair value, got back through it, right? So there we go. We got the downside that we want, that initial manipulation. So let's see, how's our ribbon open up? Yeah, it's okay. DE still looks fucking gross. And we're gonna watch what price does at that previous daily high. If that's where we want to go, if that's where price wants to go, if that's the liquidity it's reaching for, we're gonna be watching ourselves around that level. Let's watch for a reaction around here. All right. Oh my goodness. Above that, we got some solid liquidities up above. All right, there's that. That's going to be the next level right there. Nothing on the 12-hour that we see. They tap that. Tap that through it. 2618. It's next up right there. Let's check ourselves on the 15-minute, what we got on the left side. Next 12 hours can be 25, 620, 75. Look at that tap right there, right? That 5-minute. That's what we were saying. That fix heating up, that SFB give us that solid confirmation. We can look at even OTE, and that's about a 786 right there, right? Off that OTE range. OTE, look at that. 786 right on the Q. Tap of that. Reversal back to the upside. And look at that thing cook the fuck up. Solid move. 75 tickles. We're going to be watching that 12 hours, see what we want to do. There's our 12-hour levels, right? Just that next 12-hour coming into it. Looks fucking, that's a fucking shtickle. I haven't fucking seen one. Right, and that's what we were saying about New York session, that typically during Tuesdays we see continuation of the moves and that we see a trend rather than the opposite. Let's see, we're above that Sunday, that previous weekly high now. So yeah, let's watch that 12-hour. No, 5 minutes too far over there. Good liquidities on the 15-minute above here. Not where I want a price to be. Swept this little guy. Still a few little guys are left right there. So we always, when in doubt, zoom out and look left. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. And a 5 minute just does an absolute fucking cranker. 20 minutes left in the market, or in the in this opening range thing. So what we do when we reach that 12-hour level. Yeah, and look at that continuation on the 4-hour, the hourly. Hour. You go, right? Look at that. Just fucking nasty. Nasty. All right, there's your boom. Sweep on the 5-minute. Well. A little bit of a battle up here. These ranges are insane. See, this is the last candle in the 15-minute. See what they want to do with it. They can come down on the 1 minute into the fair value gap right here. Right, they can come tap this if they want to, just for the sake of OTE and whatever. Not OTE, but just like retesting the levels that we've broken above. Okay, we got that fill. Beautiful. Take some shorts on the 1 minute. Let's flip that, right? And look at that. Tap that fair value gap. Immediate reaction out of it. See what they want to do on this next 15-minute, this next hourly. How they want to open it up, how they want to close it up. What they want to do here. Mr. He's out here texting me. Yep, that fart. Looking at fart. A little. One minute SFP. Let's see if they hold it right there. Right there. So right on the 3.5 too. That's why we draw out those projections. We can go all the way to -5 if we really fucking wanted to, right? -518, 5618. I mean, it's a typical spot. new 15 minutes opening up. So before that, I might want to see some sweeps. Same thing with the next hour. We got 25 seconds. Let's see here. We'll watch for that next 15-minute open. Then we're probably going to call it here. As always, make sure you guys follow Mr. Hayes at Hazed Beats. Give him a shout. Give him a follow. Phenomenal guy. Great at what he fucking does. So go give him a big shout out. Coded a lot of indicators for us here inside the Paper Traders. 3,000 followers for him. We're going to do a lifetime membership giveaway for everyone in the house. Make sure you also check out at the Paper Traders on Twitter. That's, you can also look at www.papertraders.io. It's going to be the best way to see what we're all about, see any updates that are coming into the community. Just come hang out with us. You'll be able to check our track records at the bottom of that screen if you scroll down. And we'll give you all of those past streams that we've done. So come hang out, come check us out. Maybe Price wants to come back into this fair value gap somewhere, right? From the 5-minute, 15-minute. Let's hide this. It's Tuesday Journal. Let's tap into VIX Fix, right? That's what we talked about. VIX Fix rising plus OT combined with FVG here. That's our typical model right there. That FVG plus OTE plus VIX Fix. And that's Tuesday Journal. There you go. There's that tap into that fair value gap. That's a solid one. And that's because that 1 minute, look at that SFP, right? The SFP kept on rejecting, couldn't hold it. So right now we're looking maybe previous daily high retest. There's a possibility for that. Not something I'll put my money on, but still something. And for that, we can take OT of the whole range, see where that lines up. OT 618 is all the way at the bottom over here. So let's see how they want to play this. Totally wouldn't mind seeing just a complete reversal to the downside here. That'd be sick. But we do price does sneak below these levels here. Not in anything. That's spiking. Just leave this candle in the dust and come up. Stay right there. 5-minute quote unquote fair value gap, right? It's only fair value if it's in discount. Three minutes till next candle. 2 minutes till next 5-minute candle. See what they want to do. See what they want to do here on the 1 minute. 1 minute could see a nice falling 3, right? So sweep, another sweep of that bottom there. There's that sweep of the bottom one more time. Rejection on the 1 minute order block. Kind of consolidating here on the 1 so far. All right, your RR here is not terrible. I mean, if you're looking for that 618, yeah, not bad, but otherwise that's a pretty decent drawdown. So what they want to do with that 15 minute, not 1 minute. They're kind of just consolidating this thing on the 1 minute right now. Previously, a high retest wouldn't be bad. There's that one more sweep on that 1 minute. All right. It's that one more sweep right there. Next 5 minute opens up. Let's see if they crank this one to the upside. What they want to do, another sweep. The way that they're holding this level right there. Risk. Close this 1 minute. It's going to be inside that rush to the upside. Right. Typically what price doesn't do, it doesn't reverse from consolidations. That's the big thing that we need to tell ourselves here. Possible another one more sweep to the bottom. That 5 minute can't hold here. Closing price of this 5 minute holding.
I get in the car and I play wonky ass music. I need wonky woo woo wubby music.
See, it looks like they're on the top of that 15.
I want it to like literally go woo 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 in my brain. Like I need like wonky wubby. I need scratchy itchy brain rhythm. Give me scratchy itchy brain rhythm. Give me that ear.
Look at the way that 1 minute. We're inside the macro right now too.
Wonky ass music. Fucking I want the wubs to sound wet.
Right, look at the way that they held this low right there, right? Solid continuation.
Weird shit. Give me weird music. That's what I want.
We're gonna wait for these liquidities. Yeah, I'll probably do it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. Watch out for reactions around this 12-hour level. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Tune in tonight. We'll be there. Come hang out. Love you. Appreciate you. Make sure to like these, share them if you find value in them. On that, peace out.